You played at Georgia Tech around the same time I was at Maryland in the ACC. I think we matched up a couple times. You remember how those games went?
I think it went our way, to be honest.
I think we
Honestly,
blew you guys out one time, and then we had a 7-3 defensive battle. I believe I might have it mixed up, but I don't think we had to go against each other. Lucky for you, maybe.
Well, I'll just say we can agree on being defensive guys, but Max, it was 7-3. We held their offense to 49 total yards.
It was impressive.
49 total yards, and they did a great job too. I mean, it was, like I said, as low of a scoring game as you can get. But I think we're showing shades of what the ACC is today. It's really competitive, and it's not easy to go undefeated in that league. And I think they've shown it. With the teams that have kind of rose to the top in the past few years and showed that they can compete on a national level. I'm pretty proud to be able to say that I come from the ACC.
Now, you're a 49ers fan in the NFL. What did you think of the benching of Jimmy G? Just in a Super Bowl, had a 10-point lead.
So I'm not the best fan all the time. Sometimes I fall out week to week, so I'm not completely sure what's going on with that front. But at the same time, football's always been a next guy up situation. And if you have a hot hand, you have a guy who's performing well. Injuries are unfortunate, but everything happens for a reason. And I think, Jimmy G, he's a great player. He's a great leader. He's ran into these type of adversities before, and he's come back even stronger and played well. So I know when his number gets called, he's going to be there to answer it, and he's going to play well for us. Just like last year, he led us to the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, it fell a little short, but the guy's proven.
Who is your all-time 49ers favorite? I know growing up, when we were young, the 49ers were the dynasty, matching up with those Cowboys all the time. They had pass rushers like Charles Haley, who played for both teams, and Jerry Rice, maybe the greatest receiver all time. Montana, Steve Young, John Taylor. It's like a great group of a bunch of Hall of Famers on that team. Who's the guy that you looked to and was like, that's my guy?
Man, there's so many, but I think Jerry Rice. I think just the way he played and his longevity and how he played at an elite level for so many years. I think he really represents what San Francisco and that our dynasty over there is all about. But I'm a lucky fan to be able to have so many great players and so many good years and championship rings and stuff like that to celebrate. So it's been ups and downs here and there, but I mean. It's a lot better than most franchises in the NFL, I'll say that. But yeah, I think Jerry Rice has always kind of been the standard bearer for what the receiver, what we look at in a receiver these days.
Roman, I want to ask you one more football question before we get into your title defense on Friday night, because that's going to be intense as well. But as a former defensive lineman, who would you lose more sleep over, Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes?
Probably both, to be honest, in different ways. But I would say Mahomes, just because for me, and I don't know, Lamar Jackson's on a different level than any other running quarterback I've ever faced. But there was something that was very annoying about a quarterback who has the poise to just take one step over and one step up and still deliver the ball downfield. The guy who runs, usually we're going to be able to hit him and possibly make him fumble later on down the game or just continue to pound him. But the guy who can utilize his weapons downfield and make you turn and run and blow you up essentially and get you tired, and then he's just jogging down, getting everybody on the ball and doing it again, that's very frustrating.
Who do you think out of everyone in the NFL today, maybe excluding Gronk because that answer is too obvious, would make the best WWE star?
Yeah, Gronk. I mean, we already went to Gronk this past year, so I mean, he's just built for it. I think he's just a goofball bouncing off the walls. He's meant for sports entertainment. I don't know. It's tough. There's a lot. I mean, if we could almost mesh some guys, because you want to take that swagger and the charisma that the DB position kind of possesses, the skill guys have, and then you want to have the build of the D lineman, but. I think Aaron Donald would be a really nice addition. I think, you take that helmet off of him, you let him come out of his shell a little bit. He's impressive. He's a dominant athlete. He's used to working at the very top and being one of the best. So if you could just teach him how to brag about that stuff, it would be probably a pretty easy transition for him.
I was a big Ultimate Warrior guy when I was growing up. So who was the wrestler that you looked up to that you were not related to?
There we go. That's key.
Gotta sneak that one in there.
Dynamic there. Bret the Hitman Hart was kind of my guy. A lot different than yours within the Ultimate Warrior. There's just something I respected. He was like a journeyman, like a blue collar, sports entertainer, that pro wrestler. Go in there and wrestle for 30 minutes every single night. He just put a different dynamic on what the top looks like. And I like to think that we have a little bit of all of that nowadays. We've kind of had to mesh, having the character, having the swagger, and also being able to go in there and put in 20, 30 minutes of work if you have to, which that's what I'm about to do this Friday with Braun Strowman. Teach him what a different level feels like.
Jimmy Superfly Snooker love from you two, huh?
I try to keep my feet on the ground. I'm not big enough to fly. Only when we have to.
Roman, a lot of people
are
dragging today. It's hump day. I need you to wake them up because obviously you're the Universal Champ, but I hear that Braun Strowman is the real deal. So what can we expect when you two collide? Are you nervous at all? Are you putting your belt on the line?
I really want to pump this thing up, but to be honest, I'm not nervous. I've been this. I'm tenured. I've been doing this for so long. Like I said, I'm on a different level, and I'm displaying it week in and week out. Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, every day's a work day for me. You know what I mean? I pack my lunch every single day. That's what I'm trying to teach these guys. To be honest, I don't think Braun Strowman deserves the opportunity. I beat him. I pinned him. I took the Universal Championship. But because the competitor I am, the top guy that I am, the face of the company, I'm going to hold my obligation. I'm going to, be accountable and responsible for being at the very top of the business. And I'm going to show up on Friday and I'm going to whoop his ass.